very shy, so she's nervous, but she can do it.
You're okay, sweetheart.
You're
Okay, sweetheart.
Okay.
So happy.
family.
Come on.
You're okay, sweetheart.
Come on, Paula. Excited.
Okay, no, sister. Come on.
Learning what actual blacks went through, and not using the textbooks that we're given, but like textbooks that we create, telling the truth about it, and using songs about like black people going through real problems that we go through, not just talking about money or us or just not talking about us bad, but talking about us how we can learn about our education, how the government does not rule us, that we rule. And songs that talk about Africa in a good way, in a positive light, not in a negative way. Tell us what we're really going through, what's really happening, not just what the news and media is telling us. And knowing the history about ourselves, what we might go through in the future and what we're going through now and what we have gone through, what we've done in the past, good or bad, just reflecting on it. Like Erykah Badu said, I stay woke. Knowing about, well, getting involved in your community, doing stuff to keep you out of the street. And using songs like Tennessee Soldier, and using artists like Erykah Badu, Lupe Fiasco, and the Jungle Brothers who tell you the truth about your history, who are trying to liberate you with music, something that we all can use. Songs about your ancestors, songs about yourself, songs that you can cover and change into something to use in your everyday life. Knowing about your true history, the truth, what we really went through, and how great Africa was before it was overruled. How beautiful it was, how there was no blood diamonds or conflict diamonds. Knowing that we had our own food and our own supplies, using them in our everyday life in a good way, not for evil or for bad, but to help ourselves. And how bringing speakers into the classroom. Well, if the students are comfortable with speakers in their classrooms and make kind of friends with those speakers, then it'll be easier for them to understand and keep that in their mind, that what they went through, some of the struggles that they share with you, whether it's about a job, about what they went through as a kid, anything. Just knowing that they've done the good things and some of the bad things, but just made it through and became great people. And learning about true rap and true hip hop. Like I said, you should listen to not music that's on the radio, because they don't put positive influence music on the radio. And focusing on things like gentrification and poverty and unemployment. Why are we chosen for gentrification? Why can't anybody else be chosen? And how hip hop and rap is just the patriarchy world. And nobody thinks that women can do hip hop or rap or freestyle. All they are good for is being in the music video and objectified. And songs in your everyday life, and the right songs, the right rap, and the right hip hop, how they can change your life. If you use them in your everyday life, you'll find out new things that you can do, and even stuff that you never knew you could do. Just uncover your true self, what you're comfortable doing. Whether it's getting over an emotion, working with something, or working with somebody, just using songs to help you. And positive songs. And how do we get this to the world? Well, we use a cycle called practice, which involves 4 subjects: problem, solution, implementation or action, and reflection. Reflecting on how that worked, and how our class used that was with our class newspaper that we wrote and will be distributed. And just the process of creating the paper, using what Miss Gray taught us and what others have taught us about themselves and everyone. The process and learning new stuff that we haven't learned. Things like gangs and how they were originally created, why they were, what they were used for, the positive purpose, not the negative purpose. And incarceration, why blacks are not chosen, but are the main source of prison, the main population of prison, and how drugs are affecting the community, and high school dropout rates, and even school dropout rates. We're being so pressured that we feel, well, there's too much going on, I don't know what to decide, so I'm going to join a gang, or I'm just going to drop out and quit it altogether. And about Africa, knowing your true history, and what we actually had to go through, knowing that all the stuff that was put on us, we still survived and still are alive today. And the effect it had on us and the community, I know the fact that it had on me is learning about all the new stuff that my classmates came up with and what I came up with was just like a whole nother level. Not something that things that the government hides from you, doesn't want you to know, that we talked about in the paper. And if you read it, you'll really find out how stuff began and came and turned into the stuff that it is now. How it was over years, it got changed and changed into what it became now. And the effect I think it had on the community, everywhere Miss Gray put the paper, it disappeared. And passing it out along people that the students that we knew and that our parents knew, how it just spread and people couldn't believe that we were 5th graders, 9, 10, and 11 writing this paper. It's amazing. And just my final thoughts about the paper and conscious education. Applying all this stuff and getting it out to the world is a good thing to do. Knowing that kids this age, in the 5th grade, 2nd grade, whatever grade they're in, knowing that they know the true stuff that is happening around the world and where they are now. Just knowing everything that they should and more.
Please pass those papers out. Everyone, please stand and give this young sister and her professor, Selena Gray, soon to have her PhD, we claiming it. Give her a hand.